Would you like to learn from those that are taking their lives, their businesses, and their passions to the next level? Best-selling author of Speakeasy and master connector Lou Diamond is here to connect you to some of the most inspiring and amazing people on this planet. Get ready to thrive loud with Lou Diamond.
Hey, Lou Diamond here. We have a whole series of episodes on Thrive Loud with Lou Diamond where I had a chance to feature a whole bunch of people at the Global Passions Project in Southampton, Long Island on August 28th. There were numerous guests on the program and we divided it up into several different episodes. You're going to hear some great conversations about amazing leaders, philanthropic individuals, heads of family offices, heads of technology companies who are all out there right now trying to make the world a better place. Enjoy the Global Passion Project series of episodes on Thrive Loud with Lou Diamond. Here they are. Welcome back to another episode of Thrive Loud with Lou Diamond, connecting into the most inspiring and amazing people that are thriving each and every day. Today, continuing our series here at the Global Passion Project, I am honored to bring you someone who's been here recently before, but someone else who's just coming in here again. Introduce yourself to everybody of who you are.
My name is Dr. Ramses Alcaide, and I'm the CEO of Neurable.
Okay, Neurable. Tell everybody a little bit about what Neurable is.
Yeah, so we're entering this new world where wearable technology is going to completely change it, right? So, for example, we have heart rate sensors right now that can track things like heart arrhythmias, right? They're the first time we can see the body at scale in real time and longitudinally. But the most important organ, which is our brain, isn't being tracked. So our company essentially works on AI that enables headphone makers like this one right here from a company called Master and Dynamic to integrate brain sensing technology, which is what these silver sensors are, into their products and essentially enable tracking of the brain. So you can see here it says powered by Neurable AI. Mm-hmm. That's our company. And then we track things like the health of your brain and other biomarkers as well.
I'm going to ask what people who are concerned about this is. What is the technology being used in there? I know people are like, oh my God, I'm putting brainwaves near me, and is it dangerous or whatever it might be?
It's been around for a very long time, just like this has EKG, right? Yep. Electrocardiogram. There's something called EEG or electroencephalogram. It's the same thing, same type of technology, but it's used to record brain data. Okay. So you put the sensors around your head, and then from there, we're able to track different neurodegenerative diseases or neurodiverse conditions.
Okay. Explain to us why you are here at the Global Passion Project.
I mean, the future of healthcare is longevity, right? And the way that we're going to get longevity isn't through the sick care model that we have now, right? We go to the doctor 7 minutes a year, if even that. But what if instead we could track your baseline in real time and we could see when deviations are happening, and that's when you come in. That's the future of tracking your health. Managing your baseline, not managing your sick care. And the brain, is the most important organ we have. It's affected by the most amount of diseases. 40% of people are going to have neurodegenerative diseases. And so being able to track that and do early intervention is the future of how we take care of our brains.
I know that there's a lot of technologies that monitor how we sleep. All right, that's a big one. Obviously, we have stuff here that's monitoring all day long on how you deal with the day and everything that goes in there.
For sure.
How do we use this data? How have you created the interface so that you could look at it and get an understanding of what we're learning about our baselines? Because a lot of us don't even know what those baselines are.
Yeah, so it's all in an app. When you purchase the headphones, you get access to the Neurable app. That helps you track different measures like your anxiety, how calm you are or stressed you are, and then even your brain age, right? So you can see what things affect it. For example, I just recently started taking lion's mane, and that plus good sleep has enabled me to improve my brain age dramatically. But I wouldn't have known that or been able to see the impact of those neurotropics, for example, if it wasn't for having a technology that let me track the real-time changes that are happening to me.
Continue. Go ahead.
So I came over. I'm a college football player. I was telling you earlier, right. I played college football at a high level, had a lot of hits, and I'm always concerned. My mom has Parkinson's, and the first thing I asked Doc, I was like, first from a Parkinson's standpoint, I want to know, am I going to lead in that direction? Will this type of technology allow me to learn some things that I could think about for the future? In addition, having cognitive function, we all suffer from that with aging, so I want to try to avoid that. So what are the best tools I can do to do that? But if the only tools I can get is lion's mane and all these things, but if I don't know how it's working on me or if it's affecting me, everybody metabolizes things differently. And that's what we're learning here. So first, it's early detection. This is going to detect and give you some simple answers. And then from there, you could figure out what you're going to do with that. But as his AI advances, the more it's going to advance and help us with brain function and learning where our brain lies, not just our heart data and everything else that people are getting blood work. You need to know how your brain is functioning first and foremost. So this technology, also one more thing, he was telling me about some of his investors into this company, and they're impressive. Please let the world know who is coming involved, because they're excited about this technology.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate to have some of the best investors in the world. So Mithril Capital is one of them. They're ran by Peter Thiel and Ajay Rajan. Lowercase Ventures an investor as well too. So Chris Saka. Merck Pharmaceuticals is one of our lead investors as well. So they're Merck Pharmaceuticals venture arm, right? So we've had very great investors backing us and helping us scale out this technology. And now you're going to start to see it in many different products, right? But just like heart rate sensors are in every device, you're going to start to see brain sensing technology in all your head-worn wearables.
So I guess the key part is you're in the business of the technology that's going on here and not in the wearable product piece. You're an ingredient, if you would, within them.
Exactly. Yeah. We also do work with the Department of Defense. They're one of our biggest proponents. We have about $6 million in contracts with them. But essentially, soldiers, similar to your story, get impacts to the brain, right? Shock waves, etc.
PTSD from the exposure and the health stress.
Exactly. And so we're able to essentially help track that information and help them make better informed decisions based off of the brain health that they're currently experiencing.
I love the fact that he's taking care of our soldiers.
This is obviously this is taking the next level of technology and putting it into use. I think a lot of this stuff had been talked about theoretically and is now being utilized and has results. You even just checked it out. We confirmed.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about your experience?
He's going to share something. He has a brain.
So they did the technology on me, and it was pretty interesting. I'm 46 years old, but I was aging at a 32-year-old, and I was concerned, obviously, if I'm aging a little bit older, and it was really well done. It was 2 minutes. It took 2 minutes. I actually saw, when he asked me to concentrate, I actually saw the technology and the algorithm moving every time I thought about something, so it works. I saw that it worked physically with my own eyes, and I can't wait to see where this thing is going to go. Unbelievable work, Doc. This is amazing.
We haven't given Richie his welcome to those who haven't seen this episode, but he was on an episode not too long ago. Where is the company right now? What's we'll call it current, short-term, maybe even your longer-term visions of where we're at?
Yeah, so right now we really just took this technology that took about 14 years of research and development. We have about 9 published papers and about 45 patents. We've taken this deep technology and now brought it into the military and consumer space, right? So we're working to license out to all the major headphone brands so that this can be a normal, everyday thing. I want people to take their brain health for granted because it's so normal to get that data. I want people to never be surprised by their brain again, right? And so that's the next thing that we're doing. We're scaling out the business and creating partnerships to actually bring this to as many people as possible.
This is perfectly under the realm of why you're here at the Global Passion Project, because this is an important piece, and specifically as it relates to wellness, which is one of the other pieces from legacy and other topics we've been talking about. What have you been taking away from this event yourself, from what you've been hearing? Obviously, you have a great story to tell, but you've been probably learning of other ones as well that have kind of sparked something in your brain.
Yeah, I think that the biggest thing that I've taken away, and like your story, Richie, and a few other stories that I've been seeing here, is that people are really driven by their why, right? It's really about how do we make the world a better place? How do we help scale out impact, right? And that can also be profitable. Yeah. Right, and I think that especially now with this huge longevity movement that we're seeing, there's going to be an explosion of people wanting to live longer, people wanting to live better, and people wanting to create a world that when they do finally leave it, hopefully we solve that problem too, but it's a better world than what we came into.
Plug sections. Where can everybody find you? Websites, URLs, everything. We'll put it in the show notes. It gets more engagement when they watch and hear it from you.
Yeah, so Neurable.com is where our website is. We're also on Instagram. If you follow me directly, it's Ramses Alcaide. On Instagram, you can actually see some really crazy experiments. We've done like walking on fire while recording brain activity or hot sauce. You know, when you have a technology that you can literally track your brain as simple as a pair of headphones, you can really just see how things impact you in real time. So you'll see a lot of that cool stuff.
Dr. Ramses, Richie, thanks for coming in as our special use case scenario, using it right now. Best of luck to you,
Thanks
continued
so much.
success, and only continue to see more people. I love how you said that we take for granted that everyone's looking at our brains. I think that's a great component of what we need to do.
Thank you.
Welcome back to another episode of Thrive Loud with Lou Diamond on this special series here at the Global Passion Project, and I am honored to have one of our featured speakers and panelists here today, Jason Bateman. Jason, great to have you here.
Great pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
Jason, give everybody a little 411 as to who you are, what you're about, and we'll talk about your involvement in the Global Passion Project thereafter.
Absolutely. So I work with Xprize. Xprize is a 30-year-old nonprofit. We are the most powerful problem-solving platform on the planet. So we use multi-million-dollar incentivized cash prizes to incentivize the greatest minds of our time to solve the world's biggest problems and obstacles to human flourishing. So if you think about it, we don't look at the issues that we have today. We look at the issues a decade from now that are going to impact, say, 1 billion people. We focus in areas like health. We have a longevity prize, $101 million. Turn back to biological clock, 20 years, cognitive, immune, and muscular function. We have a learning and society domain as well that we focus on. We're working on an accelerate AI education program where we use education plus AI to accelerate the learning for kids held behind by COVID or those in the third world or the global south. We focus on space and deep tech. So we launched the commercial space industry originally with the Ansari Xprize, which Richard Branson bought the Spaceship One that won the prize for Virgin Galactic. And we also focus on, we've done lunar prizes, and we're looking at orbital debris. So with all great solutions come unintended consequences. Now that we got a bunch of space junk. We also do the areas of climate, energy, and nature. So we have just completed our $100 million prize with Elon Musk and the Musk Foundation to remove up to a gigaton of carbon out of the atmosphere. Wow. And the winner, Mati Carbon, which Mati from India, rural Indian company that won. Mati means soil in India. Very low-tech solution, which I love. It uses emulsified rock and the sun and water to secure the carbon and put it into the water supply or into the plants. And with the 75 million rural farms in Tanzania and India and so on, it could easily pull a gigaton of carbon out of the atmosphere. And then the last area that we focus on is your deep tech stuff, which includes avatar robots and other quantum computing prize. And we even have a wildfire prize as well for the nature side of things.
Jason, how did it get started?
Great question. So if you've ever heard of the Spirit of St. Louis, Charles Lindbergh, right? Yep. Most people don't know this, but the Spirit of St. Louis was a plane, and Charles Lindbergh was the pilot, and they decided to compete in a $25,000 competition. So the funny thing about that was at $25K, that was a lot for 100 years ago. Most teams were putting in like $50K to $100K or more into the planes to try and cross the Atlantic, because it wasn't just about winning the prize money, the bragging rights, the commercialization, and so on. They were going to be like the first airlines. So that inspired our founder, Peter Diamandis. He met with Eric Lindbergh, who's Charles', I think, grandson or great-grandson, and the rest is history. So we started with the Ansari Xprize, which put a man into space twice in 2 weeks, and that was a $10 million prize, but $100 million got put in by the teams just to compete in that. Wow. And now it's a $1 trillion industry.
I love the idea because the prize and the incentive is we love to win. Like, it's a nature in us to try to achieve it, so therefore you have these people competing for it. It's a great bit. But it's also, you've got some pretty, like you said, you're solving some pretty big problems.
Absolutely.
We're here at an amazing event that's trying to do exactly that, the Global Passion Project. I can't think of anything that's bigger than some of the problems that we have in the world that we're trying to fix, and This is a great audience to be in. From your initial take, we're here in Southampton, late August 2025. What has been so far your overall take and vibe of this whole event today?
Yeah, so what I look for, my role at Xprize, I'm the Vice President of Community, is I lead a team, and myself, we go out finding the dreamers and the doers to make the impossible possible, right? We're looking for the GSD, the Get Shit Done crew, right? We want the people who will actually make the future better, abundance for all. And to do that, it takes two things. You have to harness the power of competition, which is what our prizes do, and then you also have to harness capital. and capitalism. And that's the people that are in this room. These are people who have a passionate purpose about the future. Because you could prepare for your kids to have the best dental care, health care, the best schooling, education. You could have the best spouse, the best friends, the best community to live in. But if the world goes to hell in a handbasket, you're like the person with the best teeth in Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. We need to figure this out. So the human flourishing is going to be, and when we focus on things, we're focusing on where the hockey puck's going to be, not where it's at.
The little Wayne Gretzky going on here. I like where he's going. So far, your vibe on the event and the energy that you're feeling in the room here today, in the room, in the backyard. We're in a backyard, an outdoor event. So.
I would say what we have here is open-minded skeptics. What does that mean, right? So these people are open-minded to the future and potential things, and they're skeptics that we're going to get there with the government, or we're going to get there with the private sector only. Like, we really need to think about things from the entrepreneurs. America wasn't built on Wall Street; it's built on Main Street. So we need venture philanthropy. Benjamin Franklin talked about doing well by doing good. So invest in the future, and then everyone does better, right? These people are visionaries. They're innovators. They're disruptors. These are wealthy people, but many wealthy people don't do anything, right? They just sit in their yachts and fish and go on trips and hang out with each other. These are the ones that spend their weekday, instead of hanging out here in the Hamptons on their yacht, to come out and think about what could they possibly do to make the future better. Because there's going to be the largest transference of wealth in the history of mankind with this next generation, and they want to make sure that their kids have the right path to take that capital and make it translate into human flourishing. And that's really what we do at Xprize, is figure out how do you get human flourishing from harnessing the power of competition and capitalism, but you have to have exponential families to do so. When I say exponential families, you think about exponential as like, it's not going 2, 3, 4, 5, it's 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. These people are thinking about multiplying not only their capital, but the impact. What's the ROI, return on impact, that they can do with their philanthropy? And that's where Xprize plus the Global Passion Projects and the Rockefeller Foundation, the Hilton Foundation, and all these other great organizations here can make a difference together. Such
a perfect pairing as I'm hearing this. From a personal point of view, Jason, when you think of the biggest problems that you think needs to be solved, I'd love to hear from you. What's a problem that you would like to see solved in the next 10 years?
Yeah, the biggest one I personally feel that we need to work on is humanity's largest growing problem, which is the digital divide, the tribalism and apathy growing amongst our youth. Yeah. And some of our not so young. It's kind of like the bookends, like the older generation, the youngest generation are very much disconnected from each other, disconnected from their own generations. And the digital divide, meaning they go online, if someone doesn't agree with them, they block them, they cancel them, they unfriend them. They don't go out of their comfort zone to hear ideas or debate ideas that are different than what they think. They don't try and shift their paradigm. So at Xprize, we're audaciously ambitious in coming up with the prize concepts of what needs to be solved. We're rigorous in the prize designs. And then we do paradigm shifting change. What we need to do is paradigm shifting change around connectedness. So we have a prize concept called Connected Renaissance, which will help build empathy and understanding of folks who are complete polar opposites and who have differing political views, different socioeconomic levels, different cultures, different, everything. Religion, gender, sexuality, does not matter. It's like the Tower of Babel. If we want to get to the heavens, we want to hit our highest level, we have to have one common voice, one common species going up versus all these divisions and divides. And we have to move away from a place of fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and tribalism and apathy to collaboration and innovation and shared consciousness.
Let's do a little admin part of the show. Share with the listeners and viewers all the places people can learn about Xprize and you.
Great. I would say the first and best place to go is xprize.org. Remember, .org, not .com, xprize.org. You can learn about all of our 30 prizes we've done in 30 years, the $519 million in prize purses, and the $7.2 billion with a B that have gone into those teams, been invested in those teams. We have an impact section which will tell you all about the crazy stats like those I just gave, the 10,000 patents, the 35,000 competitors. But I also say for those young people and old, go to our social media channels, especially our YouTube channel, right? video, a picture's worth 1,000 words, a video's worth 1,000,000 words. Watch the videos about the competitions. I highly recommend, if you want to watch one that'll blow your mind, it's a company called Whale X. And what does Whale X do? They do artificial whale poop to save the earth, save the planet, and sequester carbon. You heard me right, whale poop.
You can say whale shit, it's okay.
Whale shit, right? So what happens with this whale shit is we can put it behind a cruise ship, we can put it off an oil rig. It is the fact that it will replace all that food for the fish and the plankton and everything else that used to come from whales, but with whales being less and less prevalent, we really need to rebuild the ocean's ecosystem and also sequester carbon at the same time. This is one of the teams from the Elon Musk Foundation's competition, and the video's phenomenal. Whale X is great, and I love the fact that it's like Whale X, like Xprize, but there's a ton on there. If you love any one of our 30 prize competitions, you can go there to learn about them. And the other thing too is we're going to have a new prize coming out called the Ovarian Decoder. We're white guys. We're not 18 to 25, but 18 to 25 white guys is where most, right? We feel we are inside. This is where most of the research is done, and most of the trials are done, from medical trials. The thing about Ovarian Decoder, it will look at the signals from women's ovaries, which is the Wi-Fi of the body, to determine when they're going to get PCOS, when they're going to go infertile, when they're going to have menopause, when they're going to have cancer. In 2025, we still don't have a good way to decipher the signals coming out of the ovaries. They might as well be a distant planet sending us a signal, and we can't decipher it. So this is what the prize will do. And then the second part of that, coming up with the therapeutics to help elongate and stave off menopause, infertility, and other ovarian diseases. Because we all came from ovaries at one point, or the uterus, but because of ovaries. So we're now finally giving back to all of our mothers, sisters, daughters, and wives in the world, and friends who are women. And that's check that one out when it comes out, because that's going to really, it's $1 trillion industry by 2040.
I totally agree with that.
Ovary health and menopause is half that at $750 billion.
Jason Bateman, Xprize. Before we leave here, let's just have one fun little question for you. If I could snap my fingers and you could be anywhere in the world, where would you be?
If I could be anywhere in the world right now, I think I would be in Bondi Beach, Australia, Sydney. I studied abroad. I was out there in Australia. The surfing there is just the next level. The beach is beautiful. It's truly a magnificent country. We're actually launching a hub in Australia, and it'll be a great opportunity to go back and see how things have changed, because I haven't been there since aging myself here, late 1998, 98, late 98 when I was...
You could do all the math there and figure out how old he is.
Yeah, exactly. I was a junior in 98. Put that in your calculator and whatnot. So
awesome. Jason Bateman.
Good on you, mate.
X Factor. Welcome, everyone, to another amazing episode of Thrive Loud with Lou Diamond, connecting you to the most inspiring and amazing people that are thriving each and every day. I'm your host, Lou Diamond, and we are continuing the series of the Global Passion Project here in Southampton, Long Island in late August of 2025. And I am excited to bring you the people who are making the world healthier, better in different ways and doing different things that they're doing. We're going to talk about each of them. I am going to have each of them introduce themselves.
I'm Jerome Corsi, and mostly known for politics. I've written some 50 books. 2 of them were #1 bestsellers, very political, and I've known Donald Trump for 45 years. I got into this field largely because of the pandemic. I knew Dr. Zelenko very well. We were selling telemedicine, his hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin and zinc, the zithromycin formula for getting rid of the COVID. Of course, the FDA was then on my case, wanted to shut it down. But that got me into the health field, and I'm an investment banker as well. I've had a career in banking, so we're bringing a lot of really exciting, innovative projects forward. My partner, Kim Erickson, is going to create in the Blue Ridge Mountains an institute for alternative therapies that are proven with data to be successful around the world. And we're well along the way in creating that, and I'm very excited about the project.
Awesome. Dr. Raj.
All right, top of the day, Lou. Thanks so much for having us out here. Dr. Raj Kumar, I came from an unexpected life of a little bit of Section 8 poverty housing, hard moments, struggles in my life, then went through medical school, law school, business school, and made a little something of myself. Which I'm most proud of at this point is I serve as chairman of United Doctors of America. We're a large coalition of 200 plus physicians, And we know we're an arrogant bunch, if I may say so. Throw me in the conversation. But before Amazon Prime has us ordering body parts for ourselves, we as physicians need to realize we need to recruit other people to the table to help to solve healthcare issues. So we have a number of different stakeholders like you gentlemen and so many mothers to come and fix what is wrong with healthcare. So we want to make it good and sexy once again.
I love it.
Thank you.
So I'm Josh Rubin. Among other things, I guess I'm a lawyer seated between two lawyers, so it's always a dangerous place to be, but Cartman's over there to protect. Respect my authority.
We'll zoom in on the socks
Respect
at one
my
point or
authority.
another. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
anyway, where do we go from here? No, so I'm a professor at the University of Michigan Medical School, a lawyer by training, also have an MBA, a Master's in Public Health, a Master's in Public Policy, all healthcare focused. I want to figure out how to fix our big, messy healthcare system has always been my goal in life, which seems impossible, but we got to shoot for impossible things, like Andrea said.
Yep.
You know, big, hairy, audacious goals. In real life, I spend most of my time working on how you can share data to learn from every experience of every patient and get that information to your back, so every single decision affecting health is based on real actionable knowledge. But I also spend a lot of time increasingly taking the kind of principles that make that happen and pushing it back in systems that don't learn, that allow massive abuses of power, which sadly, I work for a university. I've seen that at the university I work for. I've seen that at too many other universities and too many other very big things, including our health system, including politics, including lots of things. So I work on how to pick survivors and help them push back.
Love that. Thank you.
Great. And I'm Mike Druckman. I'm a former lawyer with the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, and I've been with a global law firm, Hogan Lovells, since 2007. And what I do is I help pharmaceutical and biotechnology companies, for the most part, navigate the U.S. FDA and try to bring innovative products that save lives and improve lives to patients in the most efficient but still safe way.
We're here at the Global Passion Project, Mike, and I want to ask you, from what you've been seeing around here today, what has been resonating with you from this particular event and the thing that's been connecting with you as it relates to the overall cause of the things that you're doing and what you're hearing about other people doing? What's resonating the most with you?
Well, I'm just really excited to see all the people like on the panel and here who are really excited about investing in the future and really thinking carefully about how we can improve the we, as Andrea said, everybody. I think there is some concern in the biotech industry that investment is down, but I'm really encouraged and lifted up by this event with the hope and the belief that we're just at a slow moment, but things are about to really expand with the help of many of these folks.
Yeah, let's get everyone's take on this. Yeah.
Yeah, you included, by the way. I think what's inspired me was I closed our panel by talking about, Andrea mentioned we wanted this to be Wall Street meets Succession. I said one other classic movie to add to that or classic TV is Wizard of Oz, Brains, Hearts, and Courage. Okay. And I saw all three of those coming together, the fusion of them. It's not one or the other. The fusion of those on our panel. The other thing I saw on the panel that preceded us is just this amazing passion among really different people that begin by introducing, hi, I'm so and so, I'm 4th generation, 5th generation, 6th generation, something, and people who are starting from scratch and have done amazing things starting from scratch. That mix of people, all with this passion about, yes, I might want to make money. I want to do things for myself, my family, but I want to make a damn difference in this world. Yeah. I want to make an impact on this planet and on people's lives, for people and with people. Andrea's gone away. Thank you.
So, Lou, I want people to be a little more pissed off, irritated, and sleep deprived, which was all of my medical school life. And here's what I mean by this. Yes. Don't check my blood pressure. It's not so good. Look, I came from a world where I didn't always have, right? And I'm seeing a lot of beautiful people here, a lot of intelligent people here, a lot of resourceful, wealthy people here, and I'm seeing the permeating languages. Whether you're the bus driver or the President of the United States, health has no prejudice. It touches everybody. So what it means is we need different stakeholders in the game. Our group, United Doctors of America, USAUDA.com, I apologize.
It's okay, we'll give a plug section afterwards.
Awesome, thank you, kind sir. But we've realized that we need new stakeholders to the table to solve medicine. Doctors are not going to do it and can't do it alone. What I would like to see next in our Global Passion Project itinerary of the week is I want some people upset and angry and sleep deprived because this is a problem that is hitting every single day. My mother is going through chemotherapy. I think I'm a resourceful and relatively intelligent fellow. I can't fix her. I can't solve her. I kindly had the opportunity to meet one of Donald Trump's sons, and I asked him for the cure. Him, me, and Secret Service right there. And I said, please, help me. Take her in the back room, fix her, send her back. I won't tell no one. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And you don't think that story permeates around here every single day? And it's not going to stop anytime soon. So we need to get pissed off. We need to have a little bit of a revolt on the streets to really make something out of healthcare. And that's how all great civilizations and great histories were born, isn't it?
No.
Today women vote. Today I can own property. Today we have freedom of speech. All of that came because somebody got pissed off.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Thank you.
Well, this is truly a global passion project. I think there are global representatives here, people from around the world. There's a passion to improve our healthcare systems, and it's a project. It's going to take some time. But I'm very excited to see the combination of innovative programs, people who are really moving and shaking in healthcare industries, and funders who are ready to come to the table to help fund the project. So it's exciting to be here. I hope it's the first of many.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be the beginning of a great movement that will mean healthcare in the future will be fundamentally different and fundamentally better than it is today.
Let's do a little, I'm going to go back down as I'm swinging the typewriter back and forth. We discussed it. Many people might not know what that is. Where can people find you, grab your books, websites, or anything like that?
You can find me on, website is gods5stones.com. That's a 501c3.
Okay.
That's G-O-D, no apostrophe in the S. Just spell out the word five, F-I-V-E, and stones is plural, gods5stones.com. And we're going to create this institute in the Blue Ridge Mountains, so we've got private placement memorandums on it, we've got various investment documents on it, and we're getting a lot of interest on it. So
Excellent.
I think it'll be done before the end of the year. We'll have it ready
Great.
to go.
Dr. Raj.
Thank you, Jerome. Thank you, Lou. Okay, so our website, United Doctors of America, usauda.com. USA becomes UDA is kind of the essence. My social media handle, I'll throw that out. We share a lot of information at Real Dr. Raj. And if I may, who gives a hell? 305-989-0001. That's my cell phone number. We need leaders, we need volunteers, we need partners in any shape or form to help our organization grow. We're on to something. We've started working with MAHA. We've had an appointment now with Health and Human Services. We are working with companies and individuals in so many different directions. So I want to have a call to action. If you got something to say or something to do, please come on down. Appreciate it, Lou. Thank you.
Love it.
Okay, let's see. I'll give you my cell phone number too. It's 914.
Yeah, that was my cell. All right. Thank you.
I'll give you my cell too. 914-393-6740. That's 914-393-6740. I'll give my email. It's josh@joshcrubin.com, josh@joshcrubin.com. Let's see. Find out more about me. Look up the University of Michigan Medical School Department of Learning Health Sciences. We're the only basic science department of our kind. Help start that. I also, let's see, simpler websites, learninghealth.org for the learning health community that I helped start, learning health community, learninghealth.org, and the Cantor Family Foundation, Joseph H. Cantor, cantorhealth.org. That's Kanter health.org. Thank you.
Let them know data rates may apply. Okay, all right, sorry.
I love this guy.
And finally, I'm Mike Druckman. I'm a partner in the law firm Hogan Lovells. So my email is mike.druckman, Druckman, at hoganlovells.com. It's HOGANLOVELLS.com. If you've got any sort of legal, regulatory, strategic question involving the healthcare industry or more broadly, please feel free to contact me.
To put a bow on this, I'll get back to you. To put a bow, you want to give your phone number too? He's giving a phone number.
So my email is Jerome Corsi, JeromeCorsi, 6554. So Jerome Corsi, 6554 @gmail.com. And my cell phone, 973-222-5287.
You made my show notes the most easiest transcription of all time. I'm going to have all these links put out. I don't even have to worry about it. I'm going to go give it back to Micah for a second. I'm looking for one word that you use to describe this event to those that obviously aren't here. A word that you think of, first word that comes to your mind that resonates about this event and what the Global Passion Project means to you.
Inflection.
Okay.
Transformation.
Loyal to the human species.
I like it.
Spectacular.
Perfect way to do it. Spectacular group. The panel here focused on the health and the wellness, moving things forward. Gentlemen, thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
To all our listeners out there, keep moving onward and upward, and remember, be brief, be bright, be gone.
You've been listening to Thrive Loud with your host, Lou Diamond. Check us out on the web at thriveloud.com and follow us on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook at Thrive Loud. And check us out on the Good Pods app at Thrive Loud, where you can follow, listen, and connect directly to Lou and all of the Thrive Loud episodes. Thanks for listening.